What's going on, car family? I'm Ben Wayne. Thank you for joining me in another video. Today, we are here to take a look at this 2021 Hyundai Sonata. Hyundai, they've been around for quite some time, but 20 years ago, people really weren't taking a serious look at them, but they are now. This is an extremely well-equipped car for the money. This Sonata features bold, unique styling. That's probably the first thing you're gonna notice about this car, and it makes you forget about the 6th generation Sonata it replaces. This styling just is so unique to this vehicle, it makes the other competitors in this same segment seem a little stale. This car starts at about $25,000. As shown, it's $35,000, but you're getting a whole host of technological features that would cost you about $50,000 to $60,000 and up in some of the big luxury brand names. For instance, you can make this car slide in and out of a parking space without even being in the car. You just hit the lock button, then hit hold to start. The car will start, and then you can make it go forward or backwards like so. So I'll press the forward button, it engages, it's in drive, and as you can see, it starts going forward. I can also make the car go backwards. So I'll press the backwards button, it engages reverse, and then I can make it stop. So just like that, you are getting a ton of features in this vehicle for $35,000. Now this color is called Shimmering Silver, and it features a nice black leather interior. Today we're gonna get into the exterior and the interior details of this vehicle and see how this ride has been engineered for excellence. Starting at the front of the Hyundai Sonata, again, you're gonna get hit with that bold, unique, over-exaggerated styling, and I think it looks great. You're gonna start seeing a lot of this design language translate to other vehicles in the Hyundai lineup. Now looking at the hood, again, subtle styling, but one thing that's unique about the hood that you'll notice is that there isn't a cut line up here, meaning that there isn't a line that separates the hood from the front fascia. It's all one piece all the way to the front of the vehicle, giving it an overall nice and clean appearance. Now underneath the hood, you're gonna find a 1.6 liter 4-cylinder turbo power plant that's giving you 180 horsepower and 195 pound-feet of torque, coming in at the low engine speed of 1500 RPM. That power plant is connected to an 8-speed automatic transmission, giving you 0 to 60 in the 7-second time frame. So again, this is just an entry-level mid-size sedan, so that 7-second 0 to 60 time is okay. Now, if you want more power, there is an N line of the Sonata that gives you 290 horsepower, and that's connected to a wet 8-speed double-clutch transmission. Now, back to the styling. This is truly unique here. Notice you have the chrome strips going along the fenders here, and it separates the hood from the front fenders a little bit. I think that's really unique, and that was able to be done because of lowered shock towers up front. Now, another cool feature about these chrome strips is, from afar, it looks like it's all one piece, but your daytime running lamp starts here and goes all the way underneath the headlamps here as well, and I think that is truly a unique styling cue that I haven't seen on a car to date. So that is something that truly makes the styling of this vehicle memorable from other vehicles in the same segment. Now, of course, you're getting LED headlamps as well, and this is the limited model, so you're getting a black grille. Love how wide and prominent that front grille is as well. Does a good job of hiding your radar and cameras also. Let's go ahead and check out the side profile. Now, when it comes to the side profile of the all-new Sonata, you can't help but notice this dramatic crease that starts at the front wheel and makes its way all the way to the rear of the vehicle. I think Hyundai really did a good job on making this car stand out. Typical cars and competitors in this segment seem a little bit bland, but with this styling here, that is definitely not the case. I also like the roofline, how it tapers ever so slightly, giving the car a coupe-like characteristic, even though this is a 4-door sedan. Your windows are surrounded by chrome strips, and again, look at how this chrome strip makes its way all the way from the rear window to the front of the vehicle into the front daytime running lamps. That is just truly a cool signature. I love that styling cue. Now, this particular vehicle comes fitted with 18-inch alloy wheels that have been shod in Pirelli P0 all-season tires. Let's go ahead and check out the back. The theme in the rear of the Sonata ties in well with the overall design language of the entire vehicle. And I say that to say this, there are a lot of other vehicles in this same segment and other segments as well, where it looks like one person designed the front of the vehicle, another person designed the side, and then a third person designed the rear, and they weren't allowed to talk to each other at all during the development process. That is not the case with the back here. It just brings the overall theme to a close very nicely. Now again, that roof line comes all the way down ever so slightly into the trunk lid. It doesn't look rushed at all, gives it that coupe-like appearance, which I really like since this is a four-door sedan as well. Now, the trunk lid itself has a spoiler integrated into its shape. Now, you'll notice that you don't see a button here to open the trunk. Well, how do you do that? It took me quite a while to find this. The button is actually hidden inside the badge here. So I'll press down, the trunk lid opens, giving you access to 16 cubic feet of storage. So we'll go ahead and close that. Now, another one of my favorite features on the back here is this LED light band. It goes all the way throughout the width of this vehicle, really helping pronounce the width in low light conditions. Now, speaking of width, this new Sonata is 1 inch wider than its predecessor. So I love how the design language just helps pronounce that. It gives it a nice stance from the back. Now coming lower, you have a chrome exhaust tip on one side of the vehicle. I wish it was on both like it is on the N-Line spec, but it's just on the right side of the vehicle here. So with that being said, I want to go ahead and check out the interior, the technological features that can be found there, take this car on the road and see how it drives. The interior of this Sonata is where this car truly shines. You can tell Hyundai really took their time to make this that much better than the outgoing generation. For instance, there's a head-up display. The top of the dash is covered in a nice soft touch leatherette material that features contrast stitching. Coming lower, you have a 10.25 inch infotainment system that displays your navigation, your driving data, the radio station you have on. Everything is nice and easy to use. It is super responsive. It's just like your smartphone. It also has Android Auto and Apple CarPlay, which you would come to expect out of a vehicle coming out of model year 2021. Now, I will note that you do have capacitive buttons on the left and right side. They aren't hard touch, so you have to look at where you're gonna press when you're driving this vehicle. So that's something that's gonna take a little getting used to. The volume knob feels nice and it looks nice. I like how everything has been backlit. This car also features ambient lighting on the dash as well. Coming lower, you do have air conditioning vents that look nice and minimalistic. I love how they don't overtake the overall styling of the dash. So they're nice and small, look modern, and go well with the overall theme of this vehicle. Coming lower, you have your controls for your dual zone air conditioning system, controls for your heated steering wheel, your heated and cooled seats, 3 levels of heating, 3 levels of cooling, which you would come to expect of a vehicle of this caliber. This feels like a luxury vehicle with all these features I'm naming, but it's really just a mid-size sedan. This isn't part of the Genesis lineup. This is just the Hyundai Sonata. So they've truly come a long way with all the features that you're getting here for $35,000. Coming lower, you have your wireless charging dock that's ventilated, that helps keep your phone cool while you're charging it as well. And then dual USB ports and a 12-volt power outlet as well. Now, this portion of the center console is my favorite because it is simple, clean, and modern. No clutter, just your buttons for your park, reverse, neutral, and drive. It's that simple. You have your buttons for your different driving modes here, and then buttons for your surround view camera system as well. Now, of course, you have 2 cup holders and then additional storage back here as well. Now, the steering wheel feels nice and smooth in my hands. This is high quality leather here. Now, of course, you have stitching all throughout. I'm not sure how I feel about these bottom spokes here. Let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section below. Maybe it's something that'll grow on me. Now, of course, there are controls on your steering wheel for your hands-free and your telephone. And then on the other side, there's controls for your lane follow assist. That's right, this car has lane follow assist for $35,000. It actually works quite well. I've used it quite a bit. And then, of course, there's controls for your cruise control as well. But this car is just packed with tons of technology at an affordable price point, which is truly amazing. Now, behind the steering wheel, of course, there's shift paddles to downshift and upshift if you want to use those. And of course, you have a digital 12.3-inch instrument cluster. That is really nice. And my favorite feature is within that instrument cluster, and that is the blind view assist. So if you activate your right or left turning signals, it will use the cameras on the car to display what is on your blind spot within the instrument cluster. That is really neat. It takes safety up to the next level, and quite frankly, I think that's a feature that every vehicle should have. So overall, in the front, the design, the aesthetics, the materials, I approve of it all. Everything just fits nice, gives you a high quality feel. It makes you feel like you're driving a vehicle that is a lot more expensive than what it really is. And it's quite spacious. You have 46 inches of legroom here as well. Coming over to the door panels, it's covered in a black soft touch material. You have your Bose audio system. There's a 12-speaker Bose audio system here. You have 2-position memory. And then, of course, you have an aluminum door handle, controls for all your windows, side view mirrors, and your lock and unlock buttons. And, of course, storage on the bottom of the door. Now, I do like how the door handle has been integrated here. So you can use this silver door handle to open the door, or when you want to close the door, you can use this black leather portion that's also smooth and soft to the touch to close the door as well. It's kind of been hidden in the design here, and I think that's really a nice touch. Let's go ahead and check out the rear. Sitting in the back of the Sonata, it is quite spacious and comfortable. You have about 38.4 inches of headroom and 34.8 inches of legroom. I didn't move the driver's seat, so I am sitting behind myself, and I am quite comfortable. I could sit here during a road trip and be just fine. Now, the center console features 2 air conditioning vents. There is 1 USB port. I wish they went ahead and put 2 USB ports here. I do like the seating in the back here. It feels nice to the touch. The leather does feel like it's high quality. Coming over to the door panels, is covered in soft touch material. Of course, you have your door handle here, controls for your power window, and then a little bit of storage on the bottom of the door as well. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and take the Sonata out on the road and see how it drives and talk about some more of its tech features. All right, it's time for the driving portion of the review. Before we get started, I want to ask you guys to make sure that you're subscribed and hit that like button. It'll really help us out with the YouTube metrics. All right, so first impressions. This is a fairly smooth ride. It's not the smoothest one in this segment, in my opinion, but the road noise is really low. I love the overall styling. Isha, what's your take on this view?
I am highly impressed.
Because you were ready to talk trash about this car when you first saw it.
I was just like, Hyundai, okay. You know, and that's typical. I think a lot of people would say that.
But they've come a long way, haven't they?
I was really, you know, and I asked you, I said, so what am I getting for this price range?
Right. And I showed you all the tech features, such as the 10.25-inch infotainment system, right? That's got your navigation, your Apple CarPlay and Android Auto. I showed you the digital instrument cluster, right? That's 12.3 inches. And I showed you this cool feature where if you put on the turning signal, it'll show you. I was
amazed at that.
Yeah, so that's really neat, right?
Yeah.
So there are a lot of safety features in here. You got the head-up display, right? One of my favorite features, and you know a lot of other luxury cars have this, are the cooled seats. In here, they're really effective. Like, they really get cold, and they feel really good. So if you want to put on yours, you just push down on this tab here, and you'll notice that it's a nice chill to it. I really like that. But overall, what do you think about the styling? So it's bold styling that's really unique on the exterior. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, oh my gosh, wait a minute. Ooh, that cool came in.
I told you.
Whoa. Cooled my butt off.
Right. So these cooled seats rival some of the cooled seats we've seen in higher brands.
Yeah, it has not felt like that. This is it's really cool.
Right.
That's how it's supposed to feel.
It feels like Vicks Vapor.
Yes, I was thinking something like that.
Like Vicks Vapor Rub or something. I mean, guys, once you try it, you'll see what we're talking about.
Yeah, okay.
But
so the design, styling, aesthetic on the outside, you know, it's pretty bold. I feel like they are trying to make a change from the basic look of a sedan.
Right. And I think they did that very well. And at first, I wasn't really feeling the exterior design, but it kind of grew on me in just a few days that we had it. I thought the outside looked a little bit like a fish from the front, and it might still look like that, but overall, I think that it is a car that leaves an impression. And a lot of other cars in the same segment, such as like the Toyota Camry, while they look cool, it just doesn't have that edge that separates it from the rest of the sedans.
You know, I like to look at it like this. Even in your high-end luxury vehicles, especially the sport ones, they are designed after some sort of insect, animal.
Yeah.
And I think that that's cool. It sets them apart. You got the Pagani, that looks like an insect. You know,
Yeah,
you got
yeah,
the Ferrari, that clearly looks like a bee. No, the Lamborghini.
The Lamborghini.
It's like a bee or a hornet or something. The way, I mean, seriously.
Yeah.
So by this looking like a fish, I think they're headed in the right direction. What do you guys think?
I think that's a good point.
You know?
Yeah, that's a good point. So,
I'm just saying.
Yeah. I think you made a strong point there. So the styling, you know, even if you didn't like it, the interior in this car is so nice for the price point. It'll make you say, you know what, forget what it looks like on the outside. I'm going to be in the inside. And that's where I'm going to enjoy all these features. Right? So you got the large panoramic roof. I know this is an all-black interior.
Yeah.
It's available in other colors, but if you got an all-black interior, they give you the large panoramic roof since we have the limited model, right?
Yeah.
So stuff like that just really takes the overall experience to another notch.
So moving into the interior, you know, at first, like I said, I was just going to hate this vehicle. I was ready to hate it. And then that's when I noticed that everything's leather.
Yeah.
You know, except for you got your hard plastic in
Your
some
hard
areas.
touch here, yeah.
You know, and I feel like once, you know, Hyundai keeps evolving even more, you know, you will get that. And I feel like that may push it over the $35,000 mark. But, you know, I feel like they're headed in the right direction. All this is leather.
Right.
You know, and then like you said, the display here, and the seats are actually really comfortable.
They're really nice.
Now, take note of this, because we have rode in some other vehicles that are at this price range, and I definitely said it felt like a couch. It was bulky. It felt cheap. This feels sturdy. It doesn't feel like if I was to drive this every day, I would make a dent in it within like 2 years.
I think
and you guys know what I'm talking about. Extremely
well with the interior in this vehicle. And this isn't even their luxury line that's called Genesis. I don't know if you remember a few months ago.
Yeah, we did.
The Genesis G70 had the diamond embroidery.
Okay.
That's
same people.
Same people. So that's their luxury line.
Okay.
This is their regular line. And for their regular line,
I feel like
you see how nice this is,
right?
This feels like a luxury sedan to me.
Right.
And technically, it's not classified as that.
It's large, you guys. I have leg room, and the seat here is not bun up against the door. It's giving me enough room. I even have the side bolstering.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's very comfortable. And I was really, really shocked with all the technology. Did you tell them about the drive assist here?
Oh, yeah. So we did, I think it's called lane follow assist. So you simply press this button on the steering wheel here with the steering wheel, and it reads the lines on the roads and takes over the steering for you. Now, if it can't read the lines, it'll let you know, but that's a feature that can take a little bit of stress off you during long trips.
Yeah.
Right? And we tested that out, and it actually worked quite well. So I was impressed that that feature was even in a car for 35 grand.
Right. Not only that, you're also getting, you know, let's be real, we have all parked in tight spaces, or the people next to us have made it a tight space.
Right.
And don't get me wrong, I've had to do it. I've had to climb in through my back, the trunk, over the seats, you know, stuff like that. I remember when I was a kid, my parents had to open the trunk and put me in through the little cubby hole from the back seat. Oh, go up there, unlock the door, try to get in, or, you know.
Because somebody parked too close
to you. Just back up straight, you know, because they couldn't do it.
Right.
You know. With this, though, you can back your car out
using the remote.
With the remote. Like, that is genius.
You were blown away when I did that.
Yes. Yeah.
It's fairly simple to use. You know, you just, once you do it the first time, you're comfortable. And you can either put your car in, so you could pull your car in front of a parking space, get out, and let it park for you, or you can do it reverse by backing out. So
it's pretty awesome.
That is pretty neat.
For $35,000, that's a lot of technology.
Yes.
And we didn't even cover everything.
Right.
You know?
I'm just impressed that it was able to do that.
I feel like give Hyundai another generation, they will put even more updated features, including, like, you know, the feature I love in your
the rear view mirror.
You know, you might see that. And I know you can't have everything in one vehicle, because now that we have rode in so many different vehicles, I'm like, hey, is that in here?
Right,
Is that in here?
right.
But this has covered a lot of them.
Right, right.
Plus more.
Right.
So I'm like so shocked.
Right.
And it's a smooth ride. It's daily driver, you know, and I feel like it has a lot of power in here too.
I mean,
you know,
as far as the power, it's not the fastest vehicle.
No. Absolutely not.
Right.
But
it gets the job done
exactly.
for what you need on a daily basis in terms of power. So.
And the space in the back is
yeah, you got a
awesome.
Good space in the back.
Yeah, it really is.
Decent leg room
I'm
in the
blown
back.
away. The only thing that I would ask for is just a different color spec.
Different color, yeah. I would have gone with a different color spec for sure, but.
The only reason why I say that, guys, is because, like I said, I wanted to hate this vehicle. And
oh yeah, no, you did hate this vehicle. I had to talk you out. You're like, what am I getting for $35,000? Yeah. Like I was the person trying to sell you the car. Well, why does this cost $35,000? And I told you why.
Right. So the reason why I would go with a different color combo is because in sedans now you normally get the gray exterior or black or white.
Right.
Let's just top it off at those three. And on the interior, you're getting that smoky gray or this taupe here or black. And because they have both of those standard colors, I hate it.
Yeah.
No, but that's why I would go, because I think it would elevate this even more.
Yeah.
You know, but then again, we may be pushed to the Genesis level.
Right.
So.
Exactly. But overall, I think this is a great vehicle. I am really impressed with that design cue that they did with taking that chrome strip and incorporating the LED daytime running lamps in that chrome strip and making it go underneath the headlamps. I think that was really neat, because when it's not on, you can't even tell, right? As a matter of fact, the only reason I noticed it is because I had the car on in low light conditions, and I was like, wait a minute, is that chrome strip lighting up? And it actually was. So I thought that was pretty cool. But overall, I think Hyundai is doing an awesome job with these new vehicles. If you guys are looking at a mid-size sedan but don't want to pay a ton of money, I definitely would urge you guys to take a look at this vehicle for sure, because you're truly getting your money's worth in terms of features, the safety features, you know, the tech features, the parking.
Right.
I mean, the surround view camera is even high quality.
This is a safer vehicle than that. I don't even remember what it was now that we drove. And remember, we were saying it's entry level, and it had a lot of safety features too. And that would be like for a teenager or you know, a college student.
The Hyundai Venue.
Yeah, but this one is even better.
Yes.
And I know it's more expensive.
Right.
I completely know that, but I feel even safer in this one.
Right, and now that you bring up the Venue, I'd say that Hyundai is really taking a huge step towards safety.
Yeah.
Because, like you said, in that entry-level Venue and that's a lot of safety features in their vehicles. So, good on them for that.
They need to market that.
Yeah, they need to market.
Hey, Hyundai, hit me up if you need help with market. I'm just kidding.
So, that's my thoughts on this. Isha, if you have any closing thoughts you want to share?
I don't hate it. That's my closing.
You don't hate it anymore. But would you go as far as to say that you like it now?
Yeah, I do.
You like it?
Yeah, I like it now. Like you said, you know, it grew on me.
Yeah.
Especially with all the features.
All the features.
That's what did it for me.
Yeah, I mean, it's a nice vehicle. The only down thing I would say about the interior is the capacitive buttons here. Like, you have to look to hit them.
Right.
Because you can't feel them when you're driving, right? So that's...
Oh, okay, gotcha.
But again, that's something that you might get used to. But that's my only gripe. Maybe some softer material on the lower portion here, but you really want the higher quality materials up top here.
Right.
But maybe just some soft touch material down here wouldn't hurt. But other than that, I think this is an awesome vehicle for the price.
Right.
So that about wraps up our test drive portion of the review. Isha, I want to thank you for joining us.
Absolutely.
And we'll close it out from here. Thank you.
All right.
So that was a brief overview of this 2021 Hyundai Sonata. And I have to admit, when I first saw the Sonata, I wasn't expecting it to have so many features as it has for just $35,000. You have your lane follow assist, your blind view assist, your cross traffic assist, I mean, this is amazing how you're getting all these features at such a low price point. Let me know what you guys think about this one in the comments section. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. And until next time, I'm Ben Wayne, the automotive reviewer that YouTube deserves.